Hi, it's me again, Dr. Anthony. Thank you so much for all those comments last week. You know that every week when you watch this, what you want to do is make your comments downstairs, because that's how we basically learn from you and know what you want, and we also then guide our information according to what you desire. I'm Dr. Anthony VT. I am your expert behavioral analyst, licensed global coach, and your directional strategist, maximizing your full potential. Now today, as you can see, we are going to be looking at the word learn. Now the interesting part about the word learn is that the word learn and teach come from exactly the same origin. In fact, it's got the same root. Now we obviously say, do you want to teach somebody something? Here's the truth. We actually should be saying, I want to learn you something. Because in the root, that is what's supposed to happen when the teacher teaches something to somebody else. Now in the context here of running your company and looking at the sales that you want to derive at, or looking at yourself as an individual and saying, I need to stimulate sales of either getting my product out there or getting myself out there, you have to learn what you do. Very important that as you take this concept, that you will find that as you have adopted the right strategy, you now get to the positioning where you want to say, I want to learn what is necessary to take me to the maximum level, or even just to the next level. So in the word learn, in the acronym, the first L is for the word leverage. Good old leverage. Now you all understand how leverage works, and that is that sometimes that you've got a very heavy object to move, and you'll get like a piece of iron with a point that is just sort of tapered down, and you'll put it in and you will just and push until eventually you've got that heavy object that literally will then lift and start getting momentum and running forward. Now that's the first thing in terms of learning. You need to leverage what is given out in the market to take you to the next level. But it sometimes starts with that little bit of effort of putting in and then pushing and then slowly getting over the top, and then before you start getting momentum. So what are the factors that you and I would like to leverage? The number one thing that you would like to leverage is the people that work for you. People are an asset. If I've ever gone to any company, small or big, it doesn't matter. It all came down to one thing. It was the way that people would deploy their people and leverage them basically to their maximum capacity. Now, if you've got people in your organization that you are just tolerating, well, I'd love to introduce you to the John Maxwell 90-10 principle. What you want to realize is that you should be keeping 90% of your people, but once a year, the bottom 10%, get rid of them. Now, without being nasty, you just move them out in a very nice way. But what you do is you are upfront with your people saying that I am going to every year get rid of the bottom 10%. You'll create natural competition. People will never want to be the bottom 10. So, leveraging just the principle of competition, you're going to get your people to the maximum level. Now, that's a clever idea. Thank you, John Maxwell, for teaching us that pearl of wisdom. So will you, as you learn what to do, as you're now looking at increasing your company sales, looking at increasing your personal sales value, will you learn what to do? And will you learn how to leverage the people given to you? But then you might even say to me, hold on, I'm a one-man band. It's only me. Well, then I want you to help you understand this. You have to learn how to leverage you. That's right. Because people have got different skills. I mean, you will find that when it comes to, say, athletics, that the 100-meter athlete has got a different muscle set to the actual athlete that is doing shot put. The person who's doing shot put normally has got stronger arms and has got a beautiful rotation in their torso, because as they have the shot put, they know how to literally get the rotation and then push as they've got the strength in their arms. Whereas the 100-meter athlete has more got a rounded approach where every muscle in their body needs to be aligned. That's when they know how to leverage themselves to the best benefit of the end result. So will you take the time to learn how to leverage yourself? You need to know what your gifts are, your skills, your strengths, your abilities, your natural talents, and you need to understand your own behavior. There's so much that you can do, but you have to learn how to leverage yourself and how to leverage your people. Now, in learning, it's not only about the leverage, but there's something that you also have to do, the E. The E is going to take you and I to get excited. If we get excited about our goal, if we get excited about what we have to achieve for the day, so often people don't even know how to achieve today's task because they never looked ahead to see what is the task for the rest of the year. That's what we call vision. Vision is doing that which you can see in your spiritual eye. Then you have a mission. Mission is what you do to achieve that. And I want you to get excited. If you get excited about what you're doing, excited about adding value to people, you'll take people to the maximum level. Because as you excite people, you know what to expect. You excite them to understand that your passion is going to take them to where they want to be. Now, you might have a product. You've already discerned your product group and you know that you have a value add to the market. I want you to be excited. I've never seen a salesman that knocks on the door that goes, I've got something very exciting to sell. And I don't want you to get all worked up. Let me tell you, what will you buy from him? Not even a bottle brush. Am I right? Yes, you want somebody with passion, but we also can see false passion. There's some people that are just rah, and they are empty. That's what we call a windbag. So I also want to warn you, get excited, but don't be false. Make sure that your passion is connected to the truth of who you are and to the truth of your product. So get excited so you can expect to go next level. We're busy how to learn. We're learning, number one, how to leverage our people and or how to leverage ourselves. And we're busy learning how to get excited about what we want to do. Therefore, we create an expectation. And as we then learn, the A is now the result of number one and number two. As you've given leverage to the people that you have, as you got excited to know what you can expect, this will start happening. You and I will know how to start aligning. Now we will align, number one, to the vision that is set out front for the company. If you're working for a large company, you will know you cannot be on your own banjo. It doesn't work that way. Because you see, to play in the whole band, you play your instrument, but there's a whole orchestra. So in your company, you're playing your part. So what you have to do is to find out how to, number one, leverage the skills that you have. Number two, get excited about what you have to do and to achieve, but align yourself with a greater vision. If you have two leaders in a company where he's got a vision and he's got a vision, we call that division. And anything with two heads is a monster. Run a mile. You want to make sure that you have one leader that is giving the direction of the company. Yes, you will have an operations manager that will make it happen, but it's normally the visionary that knows where you're heading for the next 10 to 30 years. Follow that person and then align yourself in line with that vision. But it's not only aligning with a vision, but it's also aligning yourself with what is at hand. It doesn't help that you say to yourself you want to achieve 10 million in worth of sales, but the product backup that you have can only produce 3 million. So you need to align with your capacity. Capacity is very, very important as you learn that there are limits. Of course there is. If you only produce 3,000 units, you cannot dream of selling 3 million units. If you dream of making 3 million units, you do know that there might be a 10% or maybe a 15% spillover. But if it's more than that, your planning was incorrect. Or you didn't understand your target market and or the need of your people. So it's that full alignment with the need of the people so that your product and the positioning of your product in the quantity that you deliver to your customers is at the right level. Even if you work as a one-man band, what you have to offer must be in line and aligned with the need of the customer. So learn today what it takes. Leverage yourself, get excited about what you do, but align yourself. But the R is where it all starts coming together. Because you know what we do there? Rotation. You want to start getting rotation of the sale. You want to start getting rotation of offering your services to other people. Another word for rotation could be duplication. You want to maybe, if you were selling bread, surely you want to deliver bread today and tomorrow and the next day. However, if your product is a monthly product, you want to make sure that you deliver it in February and in March and in April, and so it will go on. So the rotation and the planning of the rotation of your product group, highly, highly of importance. Because it will also have to do with how you leverage yourself. Now, if for instance you are the magic in a one-band company, you can't expect to make a sale where you had to leverage yourself, leverage your skill, you got excited about it, you aligned yourself with the customer, and then you get to the customer and not rotate yourself by visiting the customer. That visiting could mean an SMS follow-up, it could be a WhatsApp backup, it could be an email, It even could be a little voice message. And you know what? The smartphones are so great nowadays. You can leave a face voicemail message. Interact with the customer. Connect with the customer. I can tell you, we've fallen into the quick fix, the quick little email. Are you okay? I trust that you're happy. But you know, when you take your phone and you just go, hi, this is me. How are you doing and are you happy? It just brings a new dimension. And maybe that is just a little difference that you can make today as you learn how to leverage systems. There's not only the people, you have to learn how to leverage your systems so that you can get rotation. Rotation is getting the repeated sale. Rotation is seeing that you have the opportunity to repeatedly visit your customer. And of course, everything has a season. Certain seasons will start and certain seasons will end. But that's okay. But in that season, determine how many times do you naturally need to rotate to add value. And don't make a problem of yourself, please. You know, when you actually overdo it, and instead of seeing the customer once a week, you phone him every day, he's going to say to you, buddy, I'm busy. Get a life. So please don't fall into that trap. Don't be needy. If there's one thing I can tell you, need will drive away opportunity. Can I say that again? Need will drive away opportunity. So don't be needy. Just be robust. Stand for what you need. Make sure that you rotate in the cycle that is right for you, that is right for your company. We're busy to learn. We're busy learning how to leverage the people and how to leverage ourselves. We're looking at how to get excited and stay and remain focused on the main purpose of why we're doing what we're doing. We're also learning how to align ourselves, the product, and the need of the customer. And then in all of that, there's a rotation. That is a rotation that makes sense, never too fast, never too slow. Also, because when you are too slow in your follow-up ordering, guess what? You're going to have spaces on those shelves. You're going to have spaces in the clothing stores. And no retailer wants empty spaces because empty space does not sell. The only time they want to use empty space is maybe in where they have the best, better, best principle and they go to one rail specifically and they sort of empty the one rail to tell the customer there's only a few items left here. But you don't do that throughout the entire store because then they're going to say you are short of stock. And that kind of rotation is a wrong approach. So I'm teaching you to learn the principles of how to basically rotate your stock in a healthy way. Now as we learn, the last one is where it all comes together in a very, very sweet taste. Because what will give you and I what I call the nectar effect. Sweet is success. It's like the nectar of life. That when you've done everything that we said in this learning capacity, where you go and you really leverage yourself and your people, when you get excited to know what you can expect, when you align yourself, when you rotate sufficiently, not overdo it, taste the nectar of life. Taste the nectar of success. I want you to literally realize that the nectar is the reward for your services. I mean, what would it be like to work your guts out, to do your best at your sales pitch, sell your product, sell yourself, but yet no sale, no reward? You probably will agree with me, there will be that bitter taste in your mouth. And I don't want that for you and I don't want that for me. So let's work at getting that sweet nectar taste where we go, great, I made a great sale. So there today we've had the position of learning. We are busy here looking at how do we basically take ourselves to the next level, how do we take our business to the next level, be it a large business, be it small business. It doesn't matter, but the principles are exactly the same. And I want to remind you, learn every day, lead yourself, inspire others. I'm Dr. Anthony Viti, see you again.